Many will tell you that we need to kind of watch ourselves when it comes to new product print runs and the escalation we've seen over the last few years in sports card new product releases. But what about autographs? I've seen an absolute surge in the amount of products that have athlete autographs. And with Fanatics now running the show and needing to increase revenues, we're going to talk about autographs as a whole and prices associated. Stick around. Going on, my hobby friends? It's another day, another sports card video. It's hump day, middle of the week. I hope that you all are doing amazingly well. Before I dive into this topic today, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, COMC.com. Look no further than COMC, the growing 35 plus million card inventory, an absolute treasure trove for collectors with a wide range of options to suit every taste and preference. User-friendly COMC interface allows you to easily filter and search to find cards, basketball, hockey, non-sports, all the stuff. I've been buying a lot of Bowman U prospect stuff. Next year's quarterbacks. I'm getting ahead of next year's quarterbacks on COMC. It's a good time. I've got links down below to go and check it out. Something I saw at last year's national show, which we had talked about here on the channel, is a mega surge in-person autographs on vintage cards, and not even just rookie cards, but second year, third year. And it wasn't just baseball, it was football, it was basketball. And it struck me, man, there is a lot of folks out here doing these signings, getting them autographed, whether at shows or at signing events, and looking to turn these around and resell in a graded holder, whether it be BGS or PSA that authenticate those autographs. So you've got that part, you've got that increase that I noticed, and drastic difference from what I saw in last year's Chicago show compared to Atlantic City the previous year. Not that there wasn't any, but man, the level of inventory had increased tremendously at that Chicago show last year. Coupled with the fact that Fanatics, Topps, and Panini as well, really trying to increase the autographs, and also just autographs for players that we haven't seen autograph a lot in the past. LeBron James is somebody that's popped up here for Topps. Tom Brady, as he's moved into retirement, has signed on an exclusive deal with Fanatics. They've done that release, the Expos, some will call it a gimmick, the Expos auto cards that were selling for huge money, and now they've come down to earth a little bit, but still bring pretty decent money. Talked about this before, but what does it mean for those two athletes in particular? The LeBron James, who hasn't really signed anything going back in time. He has the upper deck contract that it looks like maybe he's moving out of, or he's got some sort of addendum to it or whatever, to where he's able to sign for Topps. Are those going to be limited, the LeBron James stuff moving forward? Or does that mean, Steph Curry and some of these other guys, kind of these legends of the game that are still playing or recently retired like Brady, but kind of wrapping up their careers and now have another probably 20, 30, 40, 50 years of signing, unless they decide to keep them limited. But I've got to assume that Michael Rubin Fanatics, they're going to want, especially with like LeBron and Tom Brady, they're probably going to get creative and have some cool chase cards probably every year, and maybe in multiple products as we move forward. What does that say for the existing stuff? And I look, of course, if you go back to, Brady rookie championship ticket, or, playoff ticket, rookie ticket, that's a card that's fine. That card is absolutely fine. What I'm more thinking about is kind of that 10th year Tom Brady sticker auto. What does it mean for a card like that? Yeah, maybe it's playing days, but, will somebody pay more for the Expos card, even though it's kind of a gimmicky card, but kind of cool too? Will someone pay more for the Expos card than they will for the 10th year random sticker auto for Tom Brady in a Patriots uni? But still, that's kind of going to be an interesting dynamic when it comes to price points that I'm very curious to see how that looks moving forward. This all being said, if you're a casual collector of autograph cards. Example, I just picked this up for $20, $25 on eBay, just because I thought it was a cool card. There's a Fear the Fro inscription. It's a funny Pro Bowler.
Bowling out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina, the reigning PBA Player of the Year, Kyle Troop.
Hey Dave, do you know how many titles Kyle Troop's dad Guppy has?
How many?
8.
Nice.
You know how many Kyle has?
How many?
9.
The pro bowling circuit, I think, is so underrated with the personalities of these guys. Of course, you've got the Pete Webbers that are very popular, Walter Ray Williams Jr., Parker Bone III, kind of less showy, but man, it's hilarious. Some of these guys get out there and they just like to put their chest out. So anyway, I thought that, this would be kind of a fun card to have. It's $20, $25. But I think that there's going to be so many opportunities like that, which I guess some would say, well, that's convenient and that's great for the mainstream people getting in. Look, the average person out there doesn't want to spend, $2,000 on a Tom Brady autograph. But even just as a gift, even just as like a birthday gift or Christmas gift or something for $20 or $25, for some of the highly touted prospects, Dylan Gabriel's going to start at Oregon. It's going to be pretty loaded. And then we've got the next Ohio State wide receiver, coming through. So, but these are $20 cards, autograph cards. And I love the fact that this is Pro Set. So this takes me back to 89 Pro Set. I just like the look of the cards. Yes, they don't have the Oregon jersey, or they don't have, the full college uni. But as we've seen at the Topps Conference, that's become a lot more accepted. We're going to have Wimby Topps Chrome that does not have Spurs stuff on it. It's not going to have an NBA logo on it. And I'm sure they're going to sell really well. So we're in interesting times. Larger point here is supply. We talk a lot about supply, demand, and there certainly is demand right now. Heavy demand in the sports card, sports memorabilia space. That's clear. You see all the huge sales that are going on all the time. They're not one-offs. I mean, people buying a $10,000 collectible these days, it's daily. It is an absolute daily occurrence through all these different auction houses, eBay, wherever. Even 50,000, 100,000. These are pretty common occurrences where 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that was not really the case. And so again, for the casual collector, probably good news. But for someone buying, holding, trying to figure out, okay, store of value, what do I think is going to go up over time? I think that this could be a vulnerable spot. Just autographs in general, whether we're talking about pack-pulled stuff from the manufacturer or if it's the in-person autograph, this stuff is out there in abundance. And anytime we're looking at value with collectibles, it's always based around scarcity. And then if the demand meets that low supply, that scarcity, then you have rising prices, sometimes very, very high prices, depending on what that item is. Right now, we have a lot of supply, and historically things that haven't necessarily had a lot of supply, like what we're talking about here with like cool patch autograph type stuff. They've really increased what that's going to look like as we move forward. And like we said, Fanatics has got to raise revenues. They've got to figure out different ways to make money. They're doing it now, and they don't even have the NBA and NFL licenses yet. You imagine what this is going to look like as we move forward into the years to come. And it just tells me I don't necessarily need to be in a hurry to buy a random Tom Brady autograph card outside of a rookie card, LeBron James, or maybe even, Steph Curry, some of these other guys, because my assumption is that eventually all of these guys follow suit and are underneath that Fanatics umbrella. Michael Rubin seems to be a very persuasive guy, and when he wants to get a player, you see the upcoming draft classes that we've seen with these NFL quarterbacks, Fanatics has got most of these guys locked down. Panini kind of picking their spots here and there where they can, but really Topps Fanatics owns this stuff. So we will see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about just autograph cards in general. What are your thoughts? And again, if you're just a casual collector of this stuff, you're fine spending $10, $15, $20 on an autograph card. You're not necessarily worried about, oh, is this $20 card that I bought, is that going to be a $50 card or a $100 card down the road? You're just collecting, 10, 15, 20. So for the TTM stuff, it might just be a stamp and $10 or whatever to get it. And so, oh man, this is cool. I'm adding it to my collection. But on the other end of this, there's people spending huge money on autograph cards with, I assume, the expectation that it's a store of value. It will hold value, gain value over time. And so that's where we have kind of some differentiators. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, my friends. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.